Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rum on a Couch video number 46. Dave here from Manchester Rum Festival. As you may have come across the last couple of videos, I've been waiting for a couple of bottles to arrive. Fingers crossed before Christmas, and I can safely say both have. And I should just realise this about 5 minutes ago, that both offer a very, well, essentially the same style, and that is regards to navy rum. So I thought I'd do, I suppose, the ones that you would associate the most with navy rum, and that is Pussers. And tomorrow I'm going to focus on a slightly different one, but I'll say I have a very similar sort of backstory in regards to Black Tots. May have given it away a little bit, and what I'm going to focus on tomorrow on Christmas Eve. But it's Pussers I wanted to focus on today, and the reason why, I've got a bit of an affinity with Pussers. And weirdly enough, Pussers rum actually kick-started what Rum on a Couch is all about. It's available on my Manchester Rum Festival Facebook page, but if you troll back, I suppose 47 videos ago, I actually did a bit of a showcase of Pussers at the time, and that sort of, the response I had for that was obviously fantastic. You guys and girls out there were loving the idea of me sitting on what is essentially now the famous Rum on a Couch, and that's where I started doing this whole series, obviously back in April, so it's nearly been a year of Rum on a Couches. So essentially I thought, you know what, as soon as they bring out their latest expression, it'd be a really good opportunity to say welcome back to Pussers, and let's see what you've done in regards to upgrading something you already had within your portfolio several years ago, and that was essentially what we call Pussers Spiced Rum. This is the old bottling. This was 35% ABV. It's unopened because, as an affinity to most brands I have that I enjoy, I make sure I've got a couple of bottles. And ironically, once this was discontinued, I just happen to have an unopened one. So I've kept it as a bit of a, this is what was, and of course, this is now what we have. The brand spanking new Pusser's Gunpowder as well, Gunpowder Proof Spiced. It's 54.5%. So definitely an upgrade. And I'm not going to lie, I've already opened it, and the reason, because I normally do it live in regards to you having it as we come, but the door went, so I couldn't sort of pause it because I'm not an editor, and I'm sure a lot of people have said, but they appreciate the sort of raw element of what Rum on a Couch is all about. So I apologise. Normally I just open it straight away, but I have to admit, the delivery driver caught me at the time where I hadn't taken the top off. So this is literally the first time I've ever experienced Pusser's Gunpowder Spiced. I've got my glass. Now, the rum itself originates from Guyana, as the vast majority of Pusser's rums do. And I've been reliably informed by Steve, who is the international brand manager for Pussers, when I said I was going to focus a little bit on Pussers Spice Rum for you when it arrives. It's literally been out in the UK, especially in the last week or so. And I already believe it's sold out from their main retailer, which is Norticalia. I'll give you an idea a little bit at the end of where you can pick this up. Still a couple of retailers over the festive periods. Obviously probably won't arrive in time for Christmas Day, but I'm sure New Year's Eve could have a very tasty outlook for it. But he mentioned to me that it's a blend of obviously different stills within this, all from the DDR, which is the Diamond Distillery in Guyana. You may know that as the home of El Dorado, as Woods, and so on and so forth. So I believe it's over 50% is Port Morand, which is a pot still, and then the rest of it is a blend of column stills from the same distillery. So it's good to have that sort of breakdown, good to have that sort of idea. I'm not going to say what I've been said in regards to what flavours I'm going to approach. It's good to obviously have an idea, especially from a consumer point of view, but I like to see if I can pick those up beforehand, and then we can read out what I should have been able to, fingers crossed, pick up as well. So got my glass, got my Gunpowder Proof Spice. I've got to pour a good slug in this. It's Christmas after all, isn't it? So put the lid back on before I make a mess. Oh, I'll tell you what, I can smell that already. I've not even got the glass anywhere. It's on the table right now. I've got a beautiful banana aroma there for sure. Wow. Oh, ho, 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 hello. Oh, literally, oh. That is very Christmassy of me, though. That is an incredibly fresh banana peel element to this. Hasn't got that sort of banana sweet, you know, kind of fake sort of, I don't know what you call them. So it was fake banana sweets, but you'd be able to use, well, still can. Bit of vanilla. I actually get a slightly underlining of cocoa, that real chocolate element. And there's a bit of ginger in there, sort of stems, a little bit of the dry element. That is a beautiful aroma nose. It's really inviting. It's not powerful, despite the 54.5% ABV. But, I mean, it's good that, obviously, the first thing I picked up was that banana, and it was straight away. But everything else followed nicely. It wasn't such a mix that you can't pick anything up. Very, very subtle. And quite thin as well. It's not a real sort of wave of thickness either. And the best thing is, actually, I have to admit, it's not as you go far away from it, but the closer you get to the glass, you start picking up the rum. Definitely a gunpowder element to that. It has a beautiful reminiscence of what Pusser's gunpowder as that separate bottling is all about. Oh God, yeah, that's good. I'm smelling it. I need to taste it. So, let's give it a go. Straight away, the rum comes through. Not as much banana, which I think is a good thing. There's a lot of banana-based rums, but this is not defined as a banana spice. Wow, that's a very, very long profile. Still going. Not too intense. It is a gunpowder after all, so it'd be good to start, say, with the Pusser's Blue, easy way in, if you're a bit unsure about this one, but wow, that's definitely rum. There you go, second sip. A lot easier to get your head around now. And those spices, I'm actually, like I say, quite thin. It's not too thick. It's not, it hasn't got that kind of, that fakeness that you can pick up on certain spiced or liqueur rums or whatever you want to call them. As it's such a marriage of flavours that a lot of people have, and it has that thickness. But this, it's rum with that kind of, that real fresh maceration towards it. Very, very, more of a lingering profile actually on the second one. It's not as long as the first sip, but I think obviously that's my palate drinking a Gunpowder Proof rum. Obviously the first alcoholic drink of the day. It is only $12.55. Ginger comes through, the cocoa a little bit less, but you can see it's got that kind of shell element around it. A little bit of cinnamon, but I would say, I wouldn't say cinnamon powder. So like you're actually licking the bark of cinnamon itself. So it's not too intense. Really deep, quite a rich profile to this. But like I say, it's more, it's that banana. And again, it's got a ripe banana feel to it. It hasn't got that, the essence of it or anything like that. You can tell that what Pusser looks to have done here is actually worked out what works in the rum world when it comes to spice. You have a legitimate element towards it, and made it from like an Admiralty sort of rum profile. That's a really good spice rum. I mean, whether this is going to work for the more, you know, for example, the newcomers of spice rum, I don't know. It might be a bit too strong for them, but I can see this working with Coke really, really well. It's not going to disappear. To be fair, even classic ginger ale, ginger beer would work very, very nicely. Fruit juices, actually, pineapple juice for this. I mean, Pusser's obviously famous for the painkiller, which has both got orange and pineapple juice with some coconut. This with coconut water. Oh, that could work quite well, actually. But yeah, sorry, fruit juices. My mind's sort of going, which is good for this. There's a lot of ideas that I feel will work to not mask the flavour, but to contribute towards it. Lengthen it out, have a fantastic tropical serve. I am liking this. I'm liking this a lot. So, oh, there you go. You actually get a little bit of sort of, what is that at the end? sort of coat in my mouth again, right in the sides. I want to say it's a bit of sort of honeycomb element. A little bit more oily on that one, but in a good way as well. There's a lot going on. Every sip, they sort of offers something a little bit different. The main one is that banana, which is not an offensive flavour to me, but you get the vanilla, you get the chocolate, you get that sort of cinnamon, ginger-esque as well. A lot of traditional flavours, and it's not been forced together either. And the good thing for me, from my own personal point of view, it ticks the box. You can taste the rum. I mean, what more can you ask for? So, yeah, I have to admit, I'm liking this a lot. So, well done, Pussers. I can see why you've pretty much sold out of Nautica, which is obviously a retailer they work a lot with the obviously the Aberol element towards it. I'm just going to double check the list of retailers that Steve sent across to me, because obviously there's only a handful. It's still Christmas. It only arrived literally last week. So it will be available at Farnham Wines. Obviously Nautica are currently run out, I believe. Master Malt as well. But obviously other retailers will come across in 2021, I'm sure. I can see this being the likes of Tipples and Manchester, Aston's as well, if you're based in Manchester itself. If not, just ask for it, because to give this a go, I think it's a really good. This is probably one of the best spice ones I've had this year. It really is. It's a really good feel. Now, I'm actually quite intrigued because, I'm obviously a fan of Pussers. I could say it sort of started what Rum and a Couch is all about. But this is actually going to be one of two new bottlings. Obviously, I believe they may have tried to come out in 2020 for both of them. COVID obviously has stopped that a little bit. So it's great to see the spiced, but they're actually going to bring out an aged 151 as well. Now 151, you may think something like Bacardi 151, Gosling's 151. So it's great to see Pussers are going to be bringing one out as well. So, I mean, I'm a big fan. I use Pussers a lot when it comes to showcasing. They're at Manchester Rum Festival. I'm fairly confident this spice rum will be there whenever it's going to be next year. Fingers crossed Boris gives me the A-OK for April. But it'd be great to see that 151. And if you get my hands on, if I get my hands on a bottle of the 151 as well, I feel like we could be doing another Pussers Rum and a Couch and see what the hype I feel will be for that one as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping that was, I'm a fan of this one. Inspire you to experience what Pusser Spice is all about. Definitely an upgrade to their 35% they had for several years, now discontinued and been replaced by Pusser's Gunpowder Proof Spiced at 54.5%. Very banana-led, but a really good way as well. Not that kind of fake banana element. Some beautiful flavours of vanilla, the cocoa, that cinnamon ginger I pick up as well. Yeah, you couldn't really ask, I feel, for anything better for a New Year's Eve. I can't see that bottle lasting too long, to be brutally honest. And I say that for a lot of the rums I've experienced here on Rum and a Couch. It's been great for me. So, ladies and gents, if that has inspired you, of course, feel free to pick up a bottle yourself. Give it a go. Let me know what you think. And like I said at the very beginning, there will be another video just before Christmas Day, i.e. Christmas Eve, where I'm going to look at the other side of what the Navy Rum category is all about as well with Black Tot. So, enjoy the rest of your evening or day, depending where you are watching this. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do subscribe and hit the little bell for all the notifications when the Rum and a Couch videos are available. If you're hearing this on Facebook, please do let me know in the comments what you think. Give it a share as well. And fingers crossed, I will see you all tomorrow for another episode of Rum and a Couch. Enjoy.